I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress.
That conversation has been happening in quiet corners for years, not on big stages, not in front of cameras, but in dressing rooms, late-night phone calls, and behind closed doors where reputations are built and broken. And for the longest time, nobody wanted to say it out loud, not completely, not clearly, until now.
Some of us are against the Illuminati. We are against the Illuminati at our own detriment.
Because when a man like Dave Chappelle walks away from millions, people pay attention. When legends like Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson, and Morgan Freeman quietly keep their distance from one of the most powerful studios in Hollywood, people start asking questions. And at the center of all those questions, there's one name that keeps coming up: Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry got a military base.
That's correct.
Made it into a movie studio and started making movies. Cat Williams.
Bought a military base. Are you making movies?
I'm not wearing dress.
But here's the twist nobody expected. This isn't just about movies. This isn't just about success or money or fame. This is about control, about choices, about what actors are asked to do, and what happens when they say no.
I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here.
And the deeper you go into this story, the more uncomfortable it gets. Because what if the biggest empire in black entertainment came with rules nobody talks about? Let's start from the beginning. Long before the billion-dollar studio, before the headlines, before the power.
I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't need to wear no dress to be funny.
Tyler Perry was a man with a story that felt like a miracle. Homeless, struggling, writing plays in small theaters, trying to get people to listen. And slowly, people did. His character, Medea, became something bigger than anyone expected. A loud, unapologetic figure that made audiences laugh, cry, and show up in huge numbers. Movie after movie, the numbers kept growing. And with every success, Tyler Perry got stronger. More control, more ownership, more influence.
Military base.
That's correct.
Made it into a movie studio and started making movies. Cat Williams.
Bought a military base. Are you making movies?
I'm not wearing dress.
And in an industry where black creators were often shut out, what he built looked like a revolution. A studio owned by a black man, stories centered around black families, jobs for hundreds of actors who might have never gotten a chance otherwise. On paper, it looked like victory.
To be allowed to pursue the artistic endeavor. But I still think a lot of stuff that's on today is coonery and buffoon.
But behind the scenes, something else was being whispered. Because while Tyler Perry was rising, another conversation was growing quietly in the background. A conversation about roles, about expectations, about what black actors were being asked to do once they stepped into certain rooms. And this is where Dave Chappelle enters the story. Dave didn't just become famous because he was funny. He became respected because he saw things and he said them out loud, even when it cost him everything.
Tyler Perry called us up, right? And he said, I can see the pain in you and I can hear it. And I want to let you know that I would never do nothing to hurt you. But the conversation kept going on, only for Tyler Perry to admit he did start.
He told a story once about walking onto a set and finding a dress waiting for him. Not in the script he signed, not discussed beforehand, just there, ready, expected. And one by one, people came in telling him the same thing. Just do it, it's funny, everybody does it. But Dave didn't see it as just a joke. He saw it as a test.
Everything went wrong, just like everything went right. Everything went wrong when I put on that dress. I'm telling you, I lived it.
Yeah.
And when he refused, everything changed. That moment became bigger than a costume. It became a line in the sand. And what Dave was hinting at was something a lot of actors had experienced but never fully explained. Because the question wasn't just about wearing a dress. The question was, why did it keep showing up?
What is it, what is it with all the man-on-man action that I'm learning about? I mean, like with the puffy parties. Like the last thing I ever thought that went on there was gay stuff.
Now here's where things start to connect. Because while Dave was speaking out, Tyler Perry had already built an empire using a character that lived in that exact space, Medea, a man in a dress. But unlike Dave's situation, this wasn't hidden. It was celebrated, marketed, turned into one of the most successful franchises in modern cinema.
This is where the shoe hit the fan. So in the middle of Mr. Perry changing up the scenes, he says, I want Jeffrey to be gay. And he has a crush on his bully. That's not what I auditioned for.
So people started asking, what's the difference? Why is one situation framed as comedy and another as pressure? And more importantly, why do some actors seem uncomfortable talking about it? That's where names like Samuel L. Jackson and Morgan Freeman come into the conversation. Because these aren't just actors. These are legends. Decades in the industry, hundreds of roles, billions in box office success, and yet...
I started recording, so I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police because it's a crime.
They've never stepped into Tyler Perry's world. Not once. No collaborations, no cameos, no partnerships. And in Hollywood, that's not normal. Because eventually, everybody works with everybody. But not here. And the same goes for Denzel Washington, a man known for being extremely selective, extremely principled, a man who has turned down roles that didn't sit right with him, even when they came with huge paychecks.
Can't love your way in. You gotta serve. You gotta do good the right way.
So when you see a pattern like that, it raises a question. What do they see that others don't? But here's where the story gets deeper. Because it's not just about who stayed away, it's about what happened to the ones who didn't. There have been actors who stepped into these roles thinking it was just another opportunity, another step forward, another chance to shine. And at first, it worked. The exposure, the money, the recognition. But then something shifted. Some of them started talking about feeling uncomfortable, about roles changing at the last minute, about scenes being added after contracts were signed.
It's saying when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now. The devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. Hey, he's my favorite. Don't bother him. Yeah. Conversely, when the devil comes at you, maybe it's because you're trying to do something right.
And suddenly, what looked like opportunity started to feel like pressure. But here's the twist. Most of them didn't speak up right away. Because in Hollywood, speaking up can cost you everything. And that's exactly what makes Dave Chappelle's story so powerful.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment.
Because he didn't just say no, he walked away from $50 million, from his own show, from everything he built. And people called him crazy for it. They said he lost his mind, that he couldn't handle success, that he threw away his career. But years later, when you listen to him talk, it sounds different. It doesn't sound like someone who broke. It sounds like someone who saw something and refused to become part of it.
People who actually own the entertainment industry, they not gonna allow Tyler Perry to make movies about black women winning in life. Cause the higher ups, the government, the world really don't like black women. And they wouldn't dare want black women to get inspired.
Now, think about that for a second. A man at the top of his game chooses to walk away. Meanwhile, another man builds one of the biggest studios in the world and stays completely untouched by controversy. No major career damage, no industry shutdown, no real consequences. And that contrast is what keeps people talking. Because in most industries, when multiple people raise concerns, something shifts. But here, the machine keeps moving. Movies keep getting made. Deals keep getting signed. The empire keeps growing. And the voices questioning it, they get labeled difficult, problematic, hard to work with. Sound familiar? Because that's the same pattern people point to again and again. Say yes, and everything flows. Say no, and everything slows down.
First person I ever saw do it absolutely right. He was fearless, and he told the truth.
And this is where the emotional weight of the story really hits. Because behind every headline, there are real people. Actors who came into the industry with dreams, with talent, with hope. And somewhere along the way, they had to make a choice. Go along or stand your ground. And not everyone has the luxury of walking away like Dave Chappelle. Some people have families to support, bills to pay, careers that took years just to get started. So when they're put in those situations, the choice isn't simple. It's survival.
The saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong.
And that's what makes this conversation so complicated. Because it's not just about right or wrong. It's about power. Who has it? Who doesn't? And what people are willing to do to keep it. And then you look at someone like Denzel Washington again, a man who built his career on discipline, on respect, on choosing roles that meant something. He once said that everything that glitters isn't gold. And in this context, that hits differently. Because maybe the biggest success stories aren't always what they seem. Maybe some doors come with conditions. And maybe the reason some of the greatest actors of all time never walked through those doors is because they saw the price. So where does that leave us? Because at the end of the day, Tyler Perry is still winning. His studio is still standing. His movies are still making money. His influence is still growing. And the people questioning it, they're still on the outside looking in. But here's the part that stays with you. What if this isn't about one man? What if Tyler Perry isn't the system, but a part of it? What if the real story is bigger than any single name? Because Dave Chappelle didn't just walk away from a role, he walked away from something he didn't believe in. And whether you agree with him or not, that takes something most people don't have: courage. So now the question isn't just about Tyler Perry, it's about the industry, about the choices being made behind the scenes, about the stories we support and the ones we ignore. Because once you see the pattern, it's hard to unsee it. And maybe that's why this conversation is getting louder now, because people are starting to connect the dots. And when that happens, things change. Slowly, but surely. And maybe that's the part that really stays with you after everything fades out. Not the headlines, not the rumors, not even the names, but the choices. Because when you strip all of this down, what you're really looking at is a series of decisions being made behind closed doors. Moments where someone is asked to go along with something or walk away from everything they've worked for. And not everybody gets to make that choice freely. That's what makes stories like Dave Chappelle hit so differently. Because walking away sounds powerful when you say it out loud, but living it, that's a completely different reality. That's risking your career, your reputation, your future, all in one move. And then you look at legends like Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson, and Morgan Freeman, men who've been in this industry long enough to understand how it really works, men who've seen trends rise and fall, watched people get lifted up and quietly pushed out, and still they move carefully, they choose differently. That silence, that distance, it says something, even without words. But here's the truth most people don't want to sit with. Not every success story is simple, not every opportunity is clean, and not every door that opens leads somewhere good. Sometimes it's about what you're willing to accept. Sometimes it's about what you're willing to ignore. And sometimes it's about what you're willing to become. And once you start thinking about it like that, everything changes. Because now it's not just entertainment anymore. It's perspective, it's awareness, it's asking questions instead of just watching the show. And maybe that's what this whole conversation was really about from the start. Not proving anything, not forcing you to pick a side, but making you look closer, think deeper, and realize that there's always more happening beneath the surface than what we're shown. So whether you agree, disagree, or you're still trying to figure it all out, one thing is clear. This conversation isn't going away anytime soon. If anything, it's just getting started. And the more people pay attention, the harder it becomes to ignore. So don't just scroll past it. Don't just watch and forget. Sit with it, question it, and decide for yourself what feels real. Because at the end of the day, your perspective is power, and nobody should take that away from you. If this video made you think, even for a second, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and pushes these conversations to more people who need to hear them. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next, because we're only scratching the surface, and the next story might be even deeper than this one. And drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think about all of this. Until next time, stay aware, stay questioning, and don't be afraid to see beyond the surface.